I'm an ex-Marine, and this is the story of how we found an ancient door deep beneath the earth while exploring a subterranean labyrinth underneath an old church. It was one of those hot summer days in the middle of a European tour when my buddy and I decided to skip out on the group trip to the beach and instead explore the old city on our own. We had heard rumors about a secret passageway that led from the catacombs underneath the city's old church to the sea. And since no one else was going to believe us if we didn't have proof, we decided to go check it out ourselves. Now, growing up as a Marine, I had always been fascinated by maps and finding hidden things. So, when my buddy told me about this, I immediately got to work. I went to the local library and spent hours poring over old city maps trying to find anything that could help us locate this rumored entrance. Finally, I found it. An old, faded ink stain on a 16th century map that showed a set of stairs leading down into the ground next to the church. It wasn't much, but it was enough for me to convince my buddy that this was the spot. We made our way to the church and began to search for the entrance. It was no easy task because the entire side of the building had been covered over with new construction. But after a few minutes of searching, I finally found it. A small crack in the wall next to the bell tower. I squeezed through the opening and found myself in a small, dark chamber. There was barely enough room to stand up, let alone turn around. As I made my way further into the tunnel, the air grew colder and damper. I could feel water dripping from the ceiling onto my neck. Then suddenly, the tunnel opened up into a large cavern. The air in the cavern was still and silent. In the center, there was a large pool of water, and all around the walls were strange symbols and markings that I couldn't begin to understand. But what really caught my eye was a large door set into the wall. It was made out of a strange black metal that I had never seen before, and on either side there were strange symbols and markings that almost looked like hieroglyphics. I ran my fingers over the carvings and felt a sudden jolt of electricity shoot up my arm. As I turned the door handle, it creaked open and revealed a long, narrow passageway. My heart was racing as I stepped through the doorway and into the unknown. I had no idea what lay ahead, but I knew that whatever it was going to be amazing. And that's exactly what happened. What I didn't realize at the time was that this door was going to change my life forever. If you want to hear more crazy stories from my time in the Marines, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.